Uh, God damn it.
The white man shut us down and keep us down. I got to see a new link and everything.
What's the entrance to this now?
Welcome
to Take Tuesday. Now
Take
on
Tuesdays.
Tuesday, still on Twitch, still on YouTube. Jake,
still on the same Tuesday.
Mm-hmm.
I just gotta tweet that we're live because freaking Jake just pulled the cord on everything. Oh,
that's gonna be. We need to VOD that episode in like the Hall of Fame or something like that.
That's an all-timer. That was 11 minutes.
That was 11 minutes of quality. That was effectively a no chill for Jake for about 11 minutes, and he just ripped out the cord.
It really was. We just interrogated him about Pokemon, about his beer. It was a no chill episode essentially.
We started it with Panther talk, and he immediately was defeated, and it was just like from there he just, all right, that's it, boys.
Tuesdays.
Take Tuesday. Goodness, brother. Goodness.
Okay, I think I have the right link. Let me just. I gotta tweet it live, otherwise no one will know.
Yeah, nobody will know.
Shut us down.
Jake, we literally got shut down by the white man.
We really did. All right. Now we're officially live on our second stream of the day. Never been done before. Yeah, that was legitimately the funniest thing that's ever happened on the stream.
Yeah, that was a 10 out of 10 moment for me.
Oh,
Danny says, Danny_K2286 says, hello. Hey, Danny.
Hello.
We're back.
I'm
still here in El Guapo. Alan, you want to come join us so you can come shut us down too? We'll send you the link. I'm just gonna send Alan Smithy the link, even if I don't think he can join. But we've actually got a whole lot to talk about. But I'm gonna send him a link anyway because I enjoy it.
Yeah, why not? Bring him on. We're gonna be losing one audience member, but it's fine.
Yeah,
one host.
Yeah.
I watched that Creed movie.
Creed 3?
What are the Creed movies? Because is this the only Creed movie you've seen?
Oh my god, if this is the only one you've seen, I'm going to be furious with them.
I know. You got to see the best one, which is Creed 2.
Yeah. All right. Alan, whether you want it or not, I sent you the link to chat.
I've seen all of them. Oh,
yeah.
Okay, good.
I thought about just tweeting it, actually. Just see who joins us. We'll just see what we get.
You know what? I'm going to start inviting, like, people in our community to come on. It's like, we got to, like, spice it up a little bit.
Fun story. Speaking of getting a unicorn host, is I recently reached out to Rachel Silvestrini, and I was gonna have her be a surprise host or a surprise guest on here.
Oh, are we doing the surprise guest thing where you bring on a surprise guest and I bring on a surprise guest?
Yeah, that sounds like a fun idea, but it's gonna be funny when we both reach out to the same people because we only have like 3 people who like us.
I'm gonna reach out to people I've never talked to ever.
Now that's the real trick, actually.
Yeah.
Speaking of people we've never actually talked to, we've got the director, Alan Smith.
Wait, I gotta mute this thing over here so I don't hear everybody. What's up?
What's up, Alan?
How's it going?
It's going, brother. It's going twice now. Is it still sun shining over there in California?
Oh yeah, the sun's back there.
Yeah.
Anyway, I always like to have the natural lighting. Look, it's the actual sun.
Yeah, bro. It's the actual sun. It's literally nighttime in Kentucky. Can you believe that?
That's why I'm like not as hammered as Jake, because it's actually 7 o'clock here.
Yeah.
It's a little early for me.
Yeah.
But anyway,
he was so hammered. Like, how do you get that hammered off of Bud Light? I don't understand.
Right. How many Bud Lights do you have to drink to get close the stream hammered?
It's basically just water with like a splash of alcohol.
They're giving it away right now, though, down there. They're like, take it. It's free. We don't want to pay for that shit.
Well, it's not selling here. You know,
I would put it in the water fountains.
Yeah.
I thought earlier that like when they put a trans person in there, everyone got mad. But when they had Spuds McKenzie, who is a dog that used to have sex with hot women, then everyone was like, "That's cool." No, that's okay. The dog is okay. He gets laid.
Pro furries, as long as the furries are actually straight.
Yeah. There you see, that's so fucking weird. Anyway.
Yeah. Kind of embarrassing, to be honest. Yeah, it's pretty embarrassing. Wait, which part? The dog having sex with people, Jake closing the stream, or Alabama's typical approach to homosexuality?
Just all of it.
Actually, the movie guys had the same thing yesterday, where they accidentally ended their stream in the middle of it when one of them left, and it was like, "Oops." Anyway.
Yeah.
Can I end the stream? Can you guys make me the host? And
we can.
Anyway.
I think so.
We gotta stop giving white men power over us. Like that's
true. If we want anything, is the white man cannot be trusted with this content. So
I'm like 5% Canadian. Oh wait, they're white too. Never mind. Sorry.
They're white.
Sorry, they're all white. Anyway,
they're polite white is what we call it in
white in Canada. There you go.
Yeah.
Well, guys, I don't watch movies anymore, so I can't really talk about. I don't know what's the new movie to talk about. Spider-Man or like The Flash, Transformers.
Bro, I still haven't watched the new Spider-Man. I'm so behind.
You haven't watched the new Spider-Man?
No, my buddy fucking Mark is gonna go drag me to it, and I don't want to go watch. Like, I'm fine with usually watching a movie twice, but I'm waiting for him because I know he gets mad if I watch it without him. But he's been busy.
When are you seeing it?
Oops.
I don't know. Probably this weekend, maybe.
Flip the other side. Anyway.
You guys remember when like Walking Dead was all popular and everyone was watching it like a porn viewing? I was dating this girl at the time who wouldn't let me watch without her watching, and I broke up with her. So I think you should do the same.
Just so you could watch Walking Dead when you wanted?
Yeah.
That's it.
There
were other reasons too.
But no, I think it was just that. I think it was actually just that.
It was just
there were a couple of other reasons. That was the main one.
That sounds like good content to banter on this episode. Reasons why we've broken up with former girlfriends. And Alan, feel free to join in.
Ooh, yeah.
And I want to start from like dumbest to realist, right? Like, so you got to start with like the dumbest.
Well, I don't really have like a series of a bunch of tales. There's probably like 2 or 3 of those stories.
Sure, but at least one of them has to be dumber than the others.
Nah.
No?
I don't
think there's a dumb reason to break up with someone. I mean, if you think it's not a good fit.
No. I'll start. Because I'm a firm believer.
Ladies man. Dylan. Going on.
So it was circa 8th grade. I'm sitting here. And this is when all the kids, Alan, would still talk on MSN Messenger before the internet could actually support YouTube videos. And so we were talking on MSN, and in 8th grade, I had moved away. So I moved a lot as a kid, right? So in 5th and 6th grade, I had the same schools. I moved away in 7th grade, and I actually moved back in 8th grade for middle school. But everybody had kind of like grown into themselves at that point. I was very alone, very distant from everybody. I knew I had like one friend, but they'd kind of found new friends. So I'm like it feels like a new kid all over again, but a new kid that everybody knows. So like I'm trying to like navigate the social awkwardness of 8th grade. And somehow or another, I get a random ad from a girl that I think it's not even ride a bus with. It's like in a class or something like that, because that's what happens when you're 8th grade. You just kind of randomly add people sometimes. And it was this girl that I kind of got the impression was like not particularly very like popular. And not to say that she was like a loner or a loser. I was a loner and loser by my definitions of it. But, kind of kept to herself, kind of isolated. I never saw her with a whole bunch of other people. So anyway, she starts chatting me up, and I do think that she was like, pretty cute. And, we just kind of keep chatting. She like ice skated and stuff like that. This is, mind you, around the Seattle area and stuff like that. So not really Kentucky. So, she ice skated. There's
not a lot of ice skating in Kentucky, I assume.
No, mostly just shoot colored people is what their term.
Oh my God, Dylan, you can't say that. You can't say that.
That's what they say. That's not what I say. So, anyways.
The most popular activities, shoot color.
God, dude, it's the fucking worst in the South, man. I cannot make it up.
Is that why you broke up with this girl? She's like, do you want to go hunting black people this weekend? And you're like,
no.
The fuck?
Yeah, no.
So, that would be a legitimately good reason to break up with someone.
Yeah, if somebody said that ironically or not quoting somebody, fair. No. So what had happened was, I we started chatting up, and I was like, hey, we should like hang out. And she was like, yeah, I think you're like kind of fun. Do you want to like date? And I was kind of taken aback because she was like asking me, and I was like, yeah, sure. And she was like this, cute, pretty blonde girl. And I remember we start dating. Yeehaw. Yeah, tell me about it.
Yeehaw.
We start dating, but like I never see her. We're like, because we're between classes and stuff like that. We're on the other ends, and like we kind of get like little moments where she'll like run by my locker. And I remember one day she ran by my locker and dropped off like a little picture of herself, like right, one of those little school photos, like the little tiny cutout pocket ones. Just dropped me a picture, and she said, "Here, this is yours." And I said, oh, "Okay." And then I had it. And then I remember I was talking with a friend of mine on the bus that day, and I was like, "Hey, I actually have a girlfriend. I'm dating this girl. I believe her name was Katie, if I recall correctly." Anyway, and I was like, "Yeah."
What's her last name?
You're not
making it up. Katie Canada. It was Katie Canada. And
no, she was
Canada.
real.
She lived in Canada too.
So she went to a different country.
No, that was in 5th and 6th grade. In 8th grade, this one was real. No, and I feel so. Anyways, I'm talking to my one like best friend about her, and he's like, "I've never heard of her." And I was like, "You never heard of her? She's like local here. How do you not heard of her?" And he I was like, "I have a picture. Have you seen her before?" And he's like, "No, I've never seen her before." And I remember thinking like nobody knew who she was. And that like really bothered me. I was like, nobody's gonna think that she's real, and I'm like making it up. But I also like, I don't want the idea of like dating somebody who nobody knows. So like literally the next day on Messenger, I just like messaged her and I was like, "Hey, I'm breaking up with you." And like,
she was not popular enough for Dylan. Jesus,
bro, I wasn't popular enough for me. It was the stupidest fucking reason in the world, and I still feel terrible about it today. Like unironically, telling the story is like processing my shame because literally she comes by and like. She was like, "Where's my picture?" And then like I like got it and gave it to her, and she snatched it from me, and she walked off, and she was furious, and she never talked to me again. And I never saw her again.
And like
yeah,
might as well. And you're like, "Oh my god, that was you."
She was so genuinely mad, but as she is absolutely right to, I was being a complete fucking cunt at the time. So I broke up with her because I felt like she wasn't popular enough, I guess.
She could have turned out to be crazy, or she killed her next boyfriend after you. So you might have dodged the bullet. You never know.
I mean, but what? Okay, hear me out. What if she kills her next boyfriend after because she's like just angry after our whole thing? Now remembers Corey. She was a fake vegan. She tricked me into eating kale salad. What?
Wait, was kale not vegan? How is kale not vegan?
Yeah.
Jeez. Oh, it's a chicken kale salad, maybe.
Is it just?
She was pretending to be a vegan. And she got Danny a kale salad, which is vegan.
But she's not okay. And then she turned around with a fat burger and was like, "Ha ha!"
Yeah. So she literally soy boyed him, right? She was like, "Literally, you're going soy. You don't get meat anymore."
I like soy men, not soy boys.
Yes. So anyway, that's my horror story of a breakup. That's like probably the dumbest reason I've ever broke up with somebody before. And I
kind of broke up with a girl because she made me buy this really dumb sweater. And I had been dating her for like a month, and it was about to go I'm pretty sure we were about to get like some serious action going on there. Mm-hmm. And the day before, it was my birthday. That was the thing. It was obvious that she was holding out for my birthday, and it was going to be this big thing. Anyway, but
how old were you at the time, Alan?
I mean, mid-20s.
Okay.
A long time ago. But she made me buy this lame ass sweater. She just wanted me to wear this sweater. It didn't make sense. And she was not into that, She was into like cool. She was like a hip hop dance girl. Yeah. And I was just like, why do you want me to be like a dorky guy in a stupid sweater? So
was it like
it wasn't just that. That was kind of like the final moment where I was like, all right, this is not going to happen. And so I ended up spending my birthday with my friends instead of.
Wait, but she was a hip hop dance girl.
Yeah,
dude, she was gonna rock your world. All three of us were not physically fit for whatever she was about to give to you, and you were like, "But this."
I might have like dodged a bullet there too. It could have been embarrassing. She'd been like, the next day she's breaking up with my ass,
right? Because we're like wheezing, like midway,
right?
Yeah,
I forget what movie she liked. It was one of those movies with like Step Up type movies.
Yeah, I was about to say, was it?
I was gonna say Step Up to the Streets.
Yeah.
I forget what the girl's name is, though, the actress that was in this movie. But anyway, whatever.
Yeah.
It's all good. So,
are we sure we weren't just thinking of Grease?
No. I forget the girl, that actress that was in it. She's not. Is she?
Jessica Alba was in Step Up.
Julia Stiles.
Julia
That-
Stiles. Yeah.
I think it's actually her.
Yeah,
I forget her.
the blonde one who
Oh,
also
Danny says "Save the Last Dance."
Save the Last.
Could have been that. It could have been that. So
Yeah.
she was certainly saving the last something for me. And
Yeah, she was, buddy.
Yeah, so yeah,
Bro, but she wanted you to wear that. What am I thinking of?
maybe it was a sex thing, and I just didn't understand.
Right.
I'm like, this is a sex sweater. You didn't get that, and I'm like,
Yeah.
the fuck is a sex sweater?
Was it cold? When's your birthday?
I know it wasn't even cold. March. Well, you know,
Oh, it could have been cold in March. It could have been cold in March.
it could have been cold.
March is like that between winter and spring. It's not really that cold.
Right. I mean, listen, in Kentucky, it can snow all the way to May. So, like,
Well, we need to hear Nat's story.
yeah, we do. We need.
I want the detailed version of that story you told, because that's pretty.
Well, that was basically it. I just wanted to watch The Walking Dead on my own. I'm not really a reactionary. Well, I'm not gonna get into it on stream.
All right.
I'm not really like a reactionary dumper. Like I didn't mean to say dumper.
Reactionary
but
dumper.
I don't like
and waits for a long time.
I don't like impulsively break up with someone. You know, it like takes like a build. I like to stick to things, but like one thing that really kind of annoyed me about this one girl I dated was
no,
she wasn't honey. Yeah. There was this thing we did where we would like send each other like song lyrics, and she would send me lyrics to songs like I don't listen to. So I sent her lyrics to a Rah Rah Riot song, and she was like, "You want to have sex with my sister?" So she completely misunderstood the lyrics that I was sending her, and yeah, it was never the same after that.
Hold on.
Did she have a sister?
She did, yeah.
Did
I
you
had no interest
have you met her
in her sister?
Wow.
Yeah.
Rah Rah Riot. Hold on.
He's looking up the lyrics now. He's like, wait, I don't remember that song. What does it say about your sister? Jesus. Oh my God. Anyway.
Hold on.
I don't remember exactly what the song is, but it's one of their most popular songs.
I was about to say, because you mentioned the band, but I'm not looking at. I just typed in Rah Rah Riot.
It was Can You Tell?
Can You Tell?
He's in there. Listen to that fast typing. Dylan clearly knows how to type.
Bro, it's all those years of MSN making and ruining girls' lives, okay? That's
all right.
That's
heartbreaking.
I'm not proud of it. It's actually one of like the top 3 things I'm like most ashamed of in my life. I'm not gonna lie. But okay. Have I been too discreet? How long am I supposed to wait? I think about you nightly. Oh, can you tell I'm losing sleep? Here, actually, better yet.
I'm saying about your sister there.
He's putting the lyrics on screen.
Yeah, can we? Here, we'll go for blur by blur.
You can zoom in.
Yeah, I got you. Oh, when you smile at me, and I get nervous every time you speak. My bed's too big for just me. When you turn your eyes, I promise I won't care. Oh, standing by your sister fair. Oh, baby, please. My heart sinks to my feet. Oh, what am I supposed to do?
You don't need to go through the entire song. You know,
I think about you nightly. No.
You got to get this part, this final part.
I haven't gotten to a sister yet, so this is where I'm confused.
We had a sister.
You got to the sister part. I'm standing by your sister fair.
I promise I won't care. Oh, standing by your sister fair. Oh, standing by your sister fair. Okay, I can kind of see where she starts to get that impression.
Yeah,
but then
she got like so hung up on that. I wasn't trying to sleep with your sister, bro. Like,
how long did it last after this thing?
Oh, you know, like a
few
months.
Days, months. Took her months to be like, no, you do want to do my sister. She still was in there. Wow.
Okay, now real quick.
That's a while.
Real quick. Was her sister like? How was her sister though?
No, not interested.
No, you're not. Like, she's not interested. But like, did you find her attractive? Like, was there anything there for you? Like,
no, I'm not interested. Like, not even a little bit.
Because
I just wasn't attracted to her, you know. And I'm not really like once I'm like with someone, like that's the only person to me. So it's not really an issue for me to like. Yeah.
To be like, hey, your mom's pretty hot. Is she available? That kind of shit.
Right.
Exactly.
Yeah. So, I mean, listen. All I'm asking is now is that, like, objectively speaking, was she an attractive person in a way that, you know, like her sister could be viewed as attractive?
She wasn't attractive to me. I will say that. I don't want to get mean or anything, but she was not what I'm looking for.
Sure.
She had a unibrow, and
why
he's
do
not
you do
into unibrows because he likes the divide in the middle.
I like
want
it
one
separate.
distinct brow. Whoa!
That's
Oh my
it.
God! I just saw this big dark fur. Like that's a cat. That cat is a nice sized cat. That's a big.
This is a thick burnt loaf.
thick with 2 C's.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
Go on, Gene.
Thick.
Go.
Anyway.
Hold on. Okay, we'll get Gene. Go on, Gene. Go on. Go on.
Hey, Anna, what's up?
Alan says hi. So does Nat.
Hi.
We just kind of see your legs barely on screen.
I'm like in a
I know you're in like a 90 right now, and your tits are all out, and you
She
can't.
was hiding in the background listening to your stories. Dylan.
I know. She
Getting
just.
new.
I know. She was like,
information.
I can't believe you did that to an 8th grade girl. I told her that story before.
Oh damn.
She's probably forgotten, but I've definitely told her that story before.
Yeah.
The story of that time I broke up with my 8th grade girlfriend because I didn't think she was popular enough.
I don't know that story.
I definitely have told you, and I don't want to retell it again. Just watch this show. You're gonna have to watch the VOD.
Probably won't.
I know you won't. Would you
Watch
get
the
this
second one, not the first one today.
Yeah,
The moral of the story is Dylan has standards. There you
yeah. That's the takeaway, and that's why I am with my wife and not that 8th grade girl.
go. See how I queued you up for that? I just like and
You're
you
not on camera. You're good. I turned it this way.
you sunk it in. Nice.
Yeah. Okay.
That's
Hold
what
on.
you
I gotta turn the camera all the way over this way because if my wife's tits make it on the air, then we're actually gonna get viewers.
And you don't want that. You don't want
No,
viewers.
can't have that.
No.
Not whenever we say things like pointing guns at what was said earlier.
Oh, dude.
Yeah.
Was I the one who said that? Did I say
That was Alan. That was Alan.
Well,
Good night,
Angie.
Angie. What? No.
later.
Say good night, everybody.
Good
Good
night.
night, everybody.
Anyway,
What about the sun's still
I do
out?
not have standards. This is true. I've never been in
That's true. It's the only reason why Danny cannot make it into the thirst chat is because his standards don't exist, and we don't. You gotta be held to a higher level.
Wait,
That's
is that
too
the
much
private
depravity.
call to action thirst chat?
Yes.
Wow.
Well, yes, it is a call to action thirst chat with only 3 of us.
Oh, okay.
No one else is invited.
There you go.
You can probably guess who remember us.
Do some dudes get into the thirst chat occasionally? Throw in like, because I'm in the World Girls Discord, and it was all ladies, and so I threw in some dudes into the thirst chat, just season it up,
Can you meet it up, bro?
I mean, they were like, and it sucks too, is one of them was Jonathan Majors, and that's the one that all the ladies were like, "Whoa, yeah," and now they're kind of like, probably like, maybe not.
Well, and don't worry. Thankfully, to save face, you went to go grab other popular Marvel actor, the one who plays
Naspuerta.
Nasforeta himself,
Yes.
and
His
then
name's no more.
and then that one kind of went to.
Ooh.
Marvel ain't doing so good, guys. Let's talk about Marvel for a second. That's
I mean, ever since Endgame, it feels like they've not been doing well.
Somebody did a Reddit post recently where they were talking about they're like after Endgame.
I saw
Marvel
that.
has really been fun. Yeah, and it was like 38 different.
I
things.
mean, Blade has been delayed like 3 times. The
Yeah.
writer strike is delayed again.
Yeah.
Were
It's
they
been
down
over.
with Spider-Man: Homecoming though? Like, when did that fit in? Oh wait, he's dead by then. What is the Spider-Man right after Endgame? That's
The No Way Home. That actually
Or-
is like that's the
Yeah.
peak of what we've had
Yeah.
so far.
right.
I feel like people have been greatly exaggerating how bad MCU has been since Endgame. I mean,
Highly
we've had some.
exaggerating. Right.
Yeah, we've had Shang-Chi, we've had Spider-Man: No Way Home, we've had Guardians 3.
Yeah. We've had
I think
3
we're doing
of
all right.
some of their best movies, like
Right.
Sure.
frankly speaking. 2 of them are objectively top 5 films. Top 10 easy.
How many are there now?
Yes.
That is pro. Do you see how Nat muted himself so he could be all big and swirly?
No, I don't believe in that. I'll fucking take this drink right here. I went to the same school as Jake about drinking. You leave this unmuted. No, he farts away loudly when he drinks. That's the only way I know.
Professional.
This is a side effect of drinking beer. Get the beer
Amen,
part.
brother. Alan, what are you into? I wanna know what the Schmodown community and our friends and family alike are into after Schmodown has been killed.
Oh, I don't know. Yeah, I'm still watching YouTube stuff. more than anything. But what I'm into is doom scrolling Twitter, and
Yeah.
there's a lot of effed up stuff going on Twitter.
Yeah.
There's a lot of fights and there's like tons of fight videos. There's a lot of like car crash videos where people are actually ejected from the vehicle. Have you seen those? Oh my God. If your car stops flipping enough and you're not wearing your seatbelt,
you're gone.
I saw, you guys want to hear the worst one though? I saw it yesterday.
Please.
Yeah, you want to hear it? Okay, there was this, it was called Bus Accident in Chile, right? And there's this bus and it's not moving anymore. And it looks like the bus kind of sideswiped a pole, like a power pole or something. But on further looking, because it's a shitty quality phone video.
Yeah, it's in Chile. We assume it's for.
There's someone pinned between the pole and the bus. And I'm like, and then they moved the bus and the dude's head popped off. Like he was already dead, obviously. Oh my God. But like the bus sideswiped a dude between the pole and his head was on one side of the pole and his body was on the other side. And they just went when they moved the damn. Yeah.
Oh my God. So it's like, what's that one movie that, not the parody one, but the one
that's like, what the fuck?
I think we have different Twitter feeds.
Yeah. What's the movie, Alan, where the guy gets hit and like he's crushed in a tree, but the car is the only thing holding him there? Like the original, not the parodies of it.
Oh, I don't know.
And like his wife had they call his wife out to come talk to him because he's like.
Oh, you mean this is real?
No, this is like a movie. It's like a movie.
Oh, is it? Oh,
yeah.
Okay. I don't know that movie. Ooh.
No, God, that's gonna kill me. Hold on.
Didn't that happen in Signs? Swing away.
Probably. He'll never be.
What's the movie Dylan's talking about?
William, what's up, buddy?
Yeah.
Maybe the head of a major corporation.
Get the fuck out of here, Harold. Just with that.
I want to buy Twitter after it devalues and it's only worth like $150. I will pay that money for.
Danny with the 99 cents filling Jake's pockets.
Hey.
Does it go to Jake?
It goes right into Jake's pockets.
Whoa.
It's the wife that's pinned. Sorry, but then it is
Yeah. That shit happens in real life.
It is Signs. It is Signs.
Is it?
Yeah.
See, my trivia. Too bad I didn't get into the actual trivia show.
Listen, not for lack of trying.
What a waste of time.
Anyway. Scary Movie 3 parodies it, but it was Signs that did.
Oh, really? Scary Movie 3. I did play in a match recently where I did do better than Robert Parker, but it was not an IG match. It was not IG. It was normal trivia. And Parker, if it was IG, would have destroyed, but it was unfortunately not.
Yeah, but Parker's
me and Dylan recently did a match where I dominated Dylan. I did so much better than Dylan did.
You literally lasted the same amount of rounds I did. You lasted like 2
No one looks at how many rounds you survived. People look
really,
at
that's all anybody looks at.
People look what place you finished. You saw Dylan got eliminated first, then Nat came in, then he got
came
eliminated
up first.
Oh wait, was that the one one question thing?
Yeah, that was like trivia.
For the record, I would have known Yoshi.
It was so obvious it went over my head. It was literally so obvious it went over my head, and I'm sitting here thinking way too hard about a movie I hadn't seen.
What was your answer? You had no answer.
I had no answer. I'm pretty sure.
Oh, okay. Well, they also gave Quiz Show the James Remar question in the first round, and he missed that one. So it wasn't just you. There was some
like I got Subway though. I got the best question.
They gave you the Subway question. I would have known that one too.
Yeah. Would you?
Nat is the Subway guy here.
I saw Happy Gilmore like this year.
Just this year?
Just this year. You can check him out.
Doesn't he like golf a Subway into someone's face?
Yeah. Like
you literally put it down and it goes into the guy's mouth.
Right.
That's some classic stuff right there.
Yeah, man.
I want to watch the new Subway movie though. It's on HBO. It's called like How to Catch a Predator. Jared.
Yeah, it's about
Subway.
Jared.
I hadn't seen this. No, I'm behind on my watch list. I've only been really watching anime. And
what else is new?
There you go, buddy.
And Always Sunny in Philadelphia. I've been catching up on that new season. I need to watch Beef though. That's on the top of my list.
Do you watch like
you haven't seen? You gotta see Beef.
Are you getting it from? Oh yeah, I've seen Beef. Beef is good.
Beef is good. Yeah.
I liked it. I saw the preview for Beef way before it came out, and I was like, "That's the show I want to see. That looks good."
Yeah,
and it was a good show. Anyway,
Danny says Dylan and I have been watching anime. I haven't been watching anime with Danny. Let me be clear.
But there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that. Where do you guys watch your anime though? Because Netflix had a lot.
What do you mean, you guys?
Are you on like? Sorry, well, Danny and him.
Yeah, me and Danny. So I have a Crunchyroll subscription, but there are always other sites for other animes that maybe not be in the Crunchyroll catalog. So,
are you not watching any anime now? You're not into that?
Yeah. So I started watching My Hero again, and
of all the things,
I gotta what?
Of all the animes,
it's a good show. I mean,
it's not bad. It's not bad. It's just mid.
So I got a Crunchyroll subscription, but then I learned that I can't play it on my TV. Doesn't have the app for it. The smart TV.
It's
so
on
I have
PlayStation.
to turn on my PlayStation. Yeah, I know. I got to turn on my PlayStation and everything, and it's the whole thing.
Wait,
it's a whole
PlayStation
thing.
You have though? Do you have a PlayStation 5?
Yeah.
And is
it PS5
like
and Xbox
noisy?
Series X?
Because my PS3 is noisy, and it I'm way back in the 3 realm.
Yeah.
But it always sucked to play Blu-rays on it because it make all this noise, and it's like super hot. It's like
my PS3 was very noisy as well. But
yeah, PS3s are pretty loud and proud, brother. You know what I mean? Like,
there you go.
Yeah.
So
I need to get back into video games, but
yeah, you do.
Yeah. What's update?
So update on the whole like anime watching thing. I just caved and I got ad-free Hulu, so now I'm watching on Hulu.
Oh, all right.
Yeah, I mean Hulu does have some anime.
How much is that? $3 more a month or something? The ad-free thing. You gotta pay like an extra $3
like
or something. Yeah.
Yeah, it's worth it though.
I am just like, for me, anime is like, hey, what's up?
Smithy.
What did I watch? I liked oh god, what's that fucking show where they get trapped in the video game? And
you're thinking of Sword Art Online.
What's it called?
Sword Art Online.
Sword Art Online, right? I like that show, but like I like the premise of the show. I thought it was cool. There was still enough like, oh, I got caught in my underwear, and I was kind of like, okay, guys.
Yeah, Sword Art Online's first season is really good about not leaning too heavy into the anime tropes, and then season 2 they start being like, all right, now his sister wants to fuck him,
right? But that's a minor part of the issue. It's a minor part.
It's a minor aspect of the show,
right?
But it is an aspect of the show, and that does bother me.
I'm mostly seeing stuff on Netflix. Also, Knights of Sedona is a sci-fi one.
Yeah.
Like
it's kind of like a Destiny one, but it's a little less good.
You guys watched the new season of Star Wars Visions yet?
No, actually, I forgot that it came out. And talk about a talking point. You know why? It's because we weren't doing the show, and I didn't think.
Yeah, we weren't. I was gonna watch. So I watched the first episode. I was gonna watch the second episode before we came on stream. I was like, oh, this is 15 minutes. I don't have time for this.
Yeah.
Maybe later.
You just watched it, Sith? Isn't that the first one called Sith?
Yeah, I think so.
The new one, it's pretty cool animation. I remember that. So.
Flickin' Real says if you have Hulu, you should be watching What We Do in the Shadows.
That's right, Jesse Swift.
It is a good show and it is a funny show. I will say, it's not funny in a way that I really love though.
Yeah,
Taika is very much a man of two different types of humor. Like he definitely has that playful, dry humor that can definitely land. And then you look at like some of his movies, and he has kind of like what I would call like narratively, like just putting you in situations that are funny. And like I feel like that's a little bit smarter. But like some of the every now and again, like a one-liner from those shows, like the movie What We Do in the Shadows, I remember thinking I was not a big fan of. But there's a couple of one-liners from there that are absolutely killers. Like I die laughing at.
For sure. I'm the same way. Like I really want to get into What We Do in the Shadows, but I just for some whatever reason I just really can't. Like before Love and Thunder came out, like all his popular movies, like not counting like Eagle vs. Shark, whatever. I would say like What We Do in the Shadows was probably the least fun I've had watching a Taika movie. And it just hit me in that way. And I don't know. Like I know it gets a lot of love from everyone else, but I just don't get it.
It's been on for a while now. So like it is the law of diminishing returns.
Yeah. Ferris!
Ferris, you know what? I'm Caucasian.
And Alan.
Does that count?
Hey, he's 5% polite.
And Alan. Oh, I got and Alan. Yes, I'm in there.
Yeah.
I'm in there.
You're
5%. I'm 5% Canadian.
Yeah, brother. Ferris, why don't you stream
that's
with
still
us?
white.
French Canadian. Oh wait, that's also still.
No, that's a bad Canadian though. That's.
I'm not really Canadian actually.
Okay.
I shouldn't have said that. Now I'm offending Canadians too. Jesus. I'm getting you guys in trouble. You can delete
You're
this episode
appropriating Canadian culture.
after
I know,
it all.
appropriating Canadian culture.
I did it. Sorry, John Campia. You're cool. You're cool.
No. The community is going to have mixed impressions about, I don't know which is worse, the cultural appropriation or the praising John Campia statements. So,
Oh, that's true. I better not do that.
Yeah.
Although his controversy isn't that big anymore. His
don't have-
controversy is he doesn't want to do a show for you guys anymore.
Last time Ferris was on, he got canceled. Oh no, yeah. We'll see.
Oh.
We'll see about it. Hold on. Let me. All right, this is coming, Ferris. This is coming to you on Twitter because I know
There you go.
I know sometimes you don't know where these messages come from. They're coming to you on Twitter, brother.
While you're doing that, we gotta tell the story about the neon signs.
Yeah, we do. Yeah.
So you messaged me a couple days ago or a few days ago, whatever it was, about like neon signs on Etsy that you can get customized, and they were only $12.50, like $12.50.
Yeah.
So I was like, yeah, we got to get on that. I ordered two. Dylan ordered two. One was, we had a Twitch Tuesday sign all picked out in neon, same color, same font, $12.50. Then the person messages me and like, so I made a mock-up of this. Tell me what you think. And under it says price $500.
What? Did you really?
Yeah. Did you not see the chat?
No, I feel like I misread that.
Yeah.
Ferris in the house.
Ferris.
What's
It's
up?
Ferris.
What's up?
First time back since the Scandalous.
Hey,
I don't know what you're talking
I'ma
about.
need a day off. I think I call Ferris up.
Yeah.
Oh, Jake's been watching this whole time.
Yeah.
He's
You
jealous.
can't get enough of us.
He wants on.
Wait, hold up. Did I get message on Etsy?
Nice. You got a full
Probably
range
did.
of soundboard action.
I just want to point out. No. For the record,
Message.
that was your guys' fault. Okay, not
was
mine. No, it wasn't. Watch the video. I said
this whole
no.
E. coli crusade you went on. It was
No.
entirely- it was-
I said no to Subway. Okay, I said no. And then Nate said, I'm a New Yorker. I gotta go with the subs.
Yeah.
That's what you
I
said.
don't remember that.
I
That was
said
from
no.
Connecticut. I didn't say that.
I said no. I watched the tape, Alan. I said no. The reason,
It's gone.
Yeah, but the reason Subway got that far is that they were against restaurants that we didn't know existed. So we were like,
Wasn't,
sure.
Domino's.
I
Wasn't,
will
like,
say-
Domino's high up there too. You know, it's like.
Well, it's fast
I'd
food,
never
man.
voted for Domino's.
I voted for Sonic. Okay.
Yeah.
Sonic had no
Sonic.
business being second
Sonic
place.
had no business being that far or that deep. Yeah, all right.
Sonic's
So
pretty
actually, now that I went to go check my messages, they said, yeah, I got a sweet mock-up. Here you go. $370 US.
She's charging you $200.
Yeah,
you're
you're getting a deal.
And I
There,
have way
brother.
more letters in mine. This was a childhood trauma one too.
Whoa.
Oh, bro, I got a refund so fast. Well, okay, so here's the mock-up of what they sent. So this looks pretty sweet, right? Look at the price.
Are those actual like signs, or is that like kind of
Yeah.
a logo?
Yeah.
They're neon signs. We were gonna get matching neon signs from Twitch Tuesday.
And then like
But
have
look
them
at the
like
prices.
in the background of you guys.
Yeah, I was gonna put it back here. Dylan
I was you know what? Now you guys have my. I want to get a neon sign that says open.
There
Yeah.
you go.
That's
I
available
thought-
everywhere. You
Yeah.
won't be able to find that sign, definitely.
Yeah, that one's gonna be a hard one. Ferris.
But you should leave it on even when you're not open, just to fuck with people. People do that.
Or
It says you're open.
or a neon sign that says we cash checks.
Yeah.
know
And then
what?
people are gonna, bro, that's some scam level shit there, Ferris. You're gonna be getting in trouble for that.
Well, no, it's a corner store aesthetic.
Hold up. I'm still on this neon message thing that Nat was telling me. I'm gonna go back and read
So
that.
you really
Those
didn't see the
prices
whole
were-
conversation I had with Kelsey in the thirst chat.
No, I feel like I did see it. I'm like, that sounds familiar, but I guess I skimmed it and I was just kind of like, word. All right.
No, you
You
got to ask for a
in the
refund. my dude.
thirst chat. So do you get some like some Loki stuff going in there all the time? And yeah,
Surprising, there's not been a lot of Loki stuff.
not
Yeah.
a Loki.
There's
Yeah.
been a surprisingly little amount of it. Wait, okay, hold on. I want to reread this link I sent you then because it literally says, Bro, it just straight up says custom neon sign. Neon sign.
Yeah.
It doesn't say that it's like
So
a
the
quote.
the 1250 is a deposit basically.
$12.50? Like, what do you mean?
$12.50.
All right,
Is
so
what we
that's
for the record,
okay.
let me set some context for y'all real quick for all of you neon sign lovers out there, right?
Oh yeah.
So a friend of mine had messaged me because they knew that for my practice as a therapist, I wanted to get a neon sign that said childhood trauma, and it'd be very pretty and cute and vibrant, right? And mostly because I thought it was kind of funny. So anyway, I've said this, I wanted to get that sign for a long time. And then they randomly sent me this link. Hold on. I'll go ahead and share the screen real quick with y'all.
I want to see this.
That says, boom, neon sign, 1750, and it's a sale, right? Custom neon sign, aesthetic name sign, by Manhattan Neon.
1750? That's a deal.
It went up since last time we.
Yeah, it
you
was
would
like
think.
it was like 1250 whenever we did it the first time, right?
Yeah.
Now it's gone to 1750. Now, I'm reading this, and Nat, are you seeing anything that says it's a quote?
Nope. I read through the whole thing. There's nothing that says that. It's very misleading.
Everything about this is misleading.
So they lied.
They just straight up lied.
So
They gave me my refund.
1750
You have
is
to ask
like
for
the
it.
minimal. Like it could be 500, it could be 1750. You know, we're just doing a range here.
Yeah, literally, they're like, yeah, you're paying $17 to get a quote about the actual fucking sign, effectively.
Oh, that's pretty sneaky.
Yeah.
I like the idea though
Is that
that
illegal?
you're kind of advertising that you sell childhood trauma. It's like most signs like that are like beer, and
I can always go
I can
back.
buy that.
I can
And
always
Dylan's
go
like,
back.
I will make
That's
you.
literally what Ted
I
Lasso.
will traumatize you.
That was Ted Lasso. The entire series was entire.
Yeah, Dylan still hasn't seen Ted Lasso, which
I haven't seen it.
we got to fix.
No.
Do you not like Happiness, Dylan?
I don't like shows about mental health.
He doesn't
Oh.
like shows that are
It's
on anime.
not,
Well,
but it
he's a
is. It's
counselor.
not, but it is.
See, but because it is Varys, because it actually is, I'm not watching it.
Oh, so you're
But
not
it
watching
isn't.
Shrinking either? Then
No,
are you watching that?
no, I'm
No.
not watching it. And-
Why
and
do you think they put a mockery to the therapist profession?
I think that largely Hollywood has very poorly handled the idea of therapy. And
Like, what is therapy?
I think
what
Ted
is
Lasso did a good job portraying therapy.
now what I hear is that Ted Lasso does a good job of presenting therapy and therapists as like something.
At least one
beneficial.
therapist. They do.
Right. Now that being said, though, I don't trust Hollywood. I don't trust any. Like, let me put it for perspective, right? So let me put this in perspective. The closest we have to reasonably like good presentation of therapy is like, oh my gosh,
Hannibal Lecter?
no,
Is it Monk?
no,
It's not Monk. No, not Monk.
It's Goodwill
This
Hunting.
motherfucker is about to end the stream again.
He's
Yeah.
doing it. He's in here. He's like, I don't like the conversation.
He
He's
does.
got his finger on the
No.
button.
So literally, like the best one we have is like Goodwill Hunting, right? And even in that one, he chokes the guy because he gets mad because he gets pushed too far. So yeah, I mean that says a lot about Hollywood. With it. Hold on.
I really need you to watch Ted Lasso and just give me your interpretation because I feel like they do a good job.
No, I'm sure it probably is
But I don't
lovely.
know.
I've heard nothing but good things, but
But Ted Lasso kills himself at the end of the show, Nat. I mean, that's so weird that you
Yeah.
were like,
Yeah,
that's good.
fake spoilers.
very, very depressing ending.
Uh-huh.
Dude, the ending is so sad.
Psycho is a
jumps-
positive view of mental health.
It's kind of a middle finger to his ex-wife.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a big old middle finger to his ex-wife.
Oh, you
Not
mean
gonna
he,
lie
like
to you.
the show is reflecting how he
Yeah,
feels in real life?
yeah. Jason is basically he's throwing like two fingers up to her straight up. I'm like,
Yeah.
you know what? Petty, love it.
Right.
Okay,
But here's the thing, right? Let's talk about the fact.
it's insane.
We kind of love pettiness. We love pettiness in TV.
Dude, if you literally, bro, like they don't overtly say it, but if you like read between the lines,
Mhm.
it's him saying,
Yeah.
Yeah, get fucked.
it's,
Right. Yeah.
it's him saying,
Yeah.
literally. So you should watch it.
Hey, wait. Coda was a very. I don't know if that's the same thing.
Coda
Coda
was
was
fantastic.
No,
a very
Coda is
good
it's about
movie. And there's
Nice
yeah,
gift.
but there's also
But it's a teacher
certain,
though.
like
that was a
coping
teacher. It's
with
not necessarily-
being deaf and how it affects your life. So
Yeah, but
I just remember there were a lot of scenes where you sat in like a group and they had like group therapy kind of. But you're right.
It was just practice, though. It was practice and teaching with it. So it's like, here's the thing: they show things that could be good representations of good therapy, but then they give you the context that isn't therapy, right? So in this case, it's just a very involved teacher, right? Or it's
the girl from the West Wing, Marley Matlin.
Yeah.
Oh, right. She's the mom.
Yeah.
Yeah.
One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest, Dylan. Nurse Ratched. She's a therapist, man. She fixed those guys. She cured them.
Didn't she beat up Jack Nicholson?
She did. She beat him.
Lobotomies. That's the way to go, man.
I've never seen that movie.
Sucker Punch.
Oh, it's a good movie.
They just lobotomize Emily Browning at the end.
Wait, Sucker Punch? Oh, yeah. You're right.
For Sucker Punch.
Yes, let's go for that movie. Yes.
Yeah.
Zack Snyder's movie?
Zack Snyder's, yeah.
Dude, Zack Snyder's movies are like a lobotomy.
They are, bro. You gotta turn that brain off.
You got him.
Woo! I don't want to get into it. I don't want to go Snyder pro or con because that
Snyder con.
Too much like
Ferris, motherfucker. All right, hold on. Ferris, I haven't seen you in so long. I want to catch up with you, Corey. What have you been up to, brother? What have you been up to?
School, work,
work?
YouTube channel.
YouTube.
Sonic.
My man, Sonic.
And hey, Sonic anytime when I'm in Fresno.
In Fresno.
Yeah, you live in You live in NorCal, right?
Yeah. Fresno's where like my brother is. I visit him. Actually, my cousin's getting married this week, so I got to go back down there for his wedding.
Oh shit! You gonna get Sonic at this wedding? Be real.
You know what? I'm gonna be real. I would. So I'm not a big fan of weddings.
Yeah.
I like No, it's just like the event. It's I just putting on that suit and going and I just never felt comfortable. Like even when I was a kid, when my other cousin got married, I was really young when those two guys got married. Now this cousin is more my age, so we're like, I told my brother the only reason I showed up to your wedding is that you were my brother.
Yeah.
like if you weren't my brother, I'll find an excuse. I don't know. I just don't feel comfortable going to them. But I show up to those because the people getting married I care about.
Right.
So yeah.
Sure. Yeah, it's a day where everyone has to act fancy. Right. Everyone has to act like they're loaded.
And half the people at the wedding, I don't know. Like not even half, like 80%. I'm like, who are you people?
Yeah.
How do you know my cousin? You know what I mean? Then you realize they don't know my cousin. They're just there because they know they knew my uncle. And it's like, bro, like, stay away from me.
They're just there because they live in Fresno and there's nothing else
Basically,
to do. So they're like, hey, there's another wedding over there.
Like, bro, like I'm gonna be real with you. Like, oh, my brother's wedding. I asked my brother, like, do you know everybody? And he's like, nope.
No.
And like he's just some random Arab dude walking up, shook his hand, took it. I'm like, bro, who is that? I literally looked at my brother like, who is that? And my brother was like, I have no idea.
That do be happening sometimes, though. I'll tell you right now, for my wedding, there was definitely like family members of my wife's that were like family members who I've never met. I don't think. Maybe at her sister's wedding.
Never seen them again.
I haven't.
But did they buy you a gift? Did they give a gift? That's all that matters.
Probably.
Right.
Probably.
I
used to work for wedding caterers, and I would go to the. When
I ain't giving no damn gift. The gift is me.
My present at your fucking wedding is the gift. Better unwrap it right now.
Yeah. Anyway. Bro, I mean, we had.
But here's the thing: I've never been to like an American wedding.
Yeah, I was about to say, because what's your cousin's wedding like? Is that going to be
It's going to be an Arab wedding. It's going to be dudes at some location and women at another location.
All right, now hold on.
Oh.
I don't. So. You may not notice about me, but I actually don't have Arab descent, and I don't know what an Arab wedding looks like. Can you give me some cultural background?
It's usually over 2 to 3 days.
Right.
Either some people do back to back, but nowadays people do. It's called the henna, right? So like it's the groom comes and the woman, like they do this event where it's just the men and they henna his thumb, I think, or his finger. And they have a party. There's dancing. There's not drinking because nobody drinks.
Yeah.
There's a bunch of dancing, like big old, like it's like a potluck feast. There's like plates of rice, plates of chicken and lamb and kebabs and hummus, like pita bread. Like it's a feast.
So would you kind of compare it to like something like an Indian wedding, right? It has multiple days. It's like very much like a party and a festival.
No,
And not
Indian
by cultural
weddings.
standards, because I know
No.
that gets really I know.
Indians go like a week, bro.
Bro, but they
A
go
week.
hard.
They go
hella
hard.
hard, bro.
They got,
Right? Like,
and then the wedding is on the wedding day, right? This is what my brother did.
all right.
So my brother, he arrives to the women's section first. He's with his wife. They do all the ceremonial sweet stuff on the women's side. Like they cut the cake. They do their dance together.
Okay, so that's pretty stereotypical. Then.
Yeah. But like, he's just surrounded by women. He's the only grown man there.
Yeah.
Is the groom. He's the
Is
only
that like the
groom.
last test? Like, all right, you've come this far, but we're gonna tease you one more time. With
No, it's not like that. It's just
it's nothing like that.
He's the only grown man. There's children and other women around, and he's just dancing with his wife. And then he spends like about 20-30 minutes, probably 40 on that side, right?
Right.
And then he leaves. He gets driven over to the male side, and then the entire women's side. I have no idea what goes on there because I've never been on that side, like ever. Right. So I have no idea what they do. They could be dancing, they could be eating, probably the same thing. You know what I mean? And then the groom gets driven over to the male side, and they do this entrance where.
Wait, driven? How far away is this?
Right, they keep them very separate.
No. Sometimes it's across the hall.
Right.
Sometimes it's across the town. You know what I mean? So my brother rented out 2 halls, like big old halls.
Yeah.
So like the women had a hall.
Yeah.
Like this, it was this venue, and then the men rented out this club called the Dante Club in Fresno.
All right, this is starting to sound like pre-bachelor parties.
No, not like it's more like it kind of felt like a golf club type feel.
Okay.
That's what it felt like. It felt like a ballroom.
Yeah.
Basically type thing. And then they were driven over. It took them like 5 minutes. They were very close.
Yeah.
To each other.
Right.
And then at the beginning, it's an imam, or some people would call him a priest in other religions, like an imam.
Sure, the person who's kind of running the whole thing.
Yeah, the religious guy who's signed off. The actual wedding papers have already been done, because that's like another ceremony. It's more intimate. It's kind of religious. They sign the paperwork under the eyes of God and all that jazz.
Sure.
And then he's basically like, the wedding's kind of like the party.
Yeah.
He gets introduced. It's like people just swarming the groom.
Yeah.
And he's with the imam. He's with his dad, my dad, and he's with the father-in-law who's they're all together.
Yeah.
And is an entrance. They do a song, like not a song, kind of a chant. Yeah. Song chant. It is what it is. And they then at the end of it, as they're walking in, it's like a big old entrance. Yeah. It takes a cool minute because they're going hella slow. Like they're going real slow. Then when you get to the floor, they pick him up. They pick him up.
So they go full like, well, this is crowd surfing time.
And they pick him up, and then they bring him back down, and then he like sits up on top of my brother sat on top of like this little structure. Him and his big old like king chair, and then you had people sitting next to him. Whoever sitting is my dad, the father-in-law, the brother-in-laws, me. We all eat the food. We talking. People eating at their food items, and then they get into a big old circle and start dancing and having fun.
They just dance for like days, bro.
Well, hours, because the very next day, that day the wedding's over.
Oh, okay. Well, that's the end of it.
That's it.
Right?
Yeah, that's the end of it. Like,
okay,
we don't go.
But the pre-days up until like the actual official wedding day is like kind of like potluck and hanging out and stuff.
Yeah, it's like potluck, hanging out, break, wedding.
Gotcha.
Because the wedding's on Sunday.
Yeah.
So the Friday is the
Friday. You're eating.
Yeah, Friday I'm eating. We're breaking on Saturday, and Sunday we're and then I'm leaving Monday because I have school on Tuesday.
Is there ever like do you guys ever just simplify it down to 2 days then? Like you don't even have a break?
Some people have.
Yeah.
Some people have.
Is that like tradition? Is there a reason that it needs to be 3? Like
probably they just need the little break. My cousin went from bang bang. He went party wedding. My other cousin used to do that. But I don't know why they they choose the break. That it's their wedding, so I'm just there to be supportive.
Yeah. I mean, I always think it's probably something traditional based, something that's like, well, my parents did that, and that's what they want. I don't know if that was. I don't know if that was a cultural thing or a religious thing that there
No,
needed.
yeah, probably. I don't know.
Probably, but I don't know.
Yeah,
Ferris.
yeah,
I mean, Ferris, if you
dude.
don't know, I definitely don't know, bro.
Yeah, no, yes, no, yeah. I've never been doing so I'm like I've only been to Arab weddings. No one's ever invited me to their American wedding. I'm very.
Bro, I'll tell you about American weddings right
Good
now.
time.
Here's what it is. All right, everything you just described in a single day, maybe more, maybe less religious stuff.
Lots more alcohol.
A lot more alcohol.
Boom.
And everybody's fucking. Everybody.
Everybody's. The bridesmaids are
This is not my
fucking. The best
experience.
man is fucking them. It's like.
Oh, are you married, Ned?
No, so I was the groomsman to one of my best friend's wedding.
Oh, you didn't get no pootie tang.
So here's the thing.
He's
happened.
He's getting to it.
It happened right in the middle of the pandemic. So,
sick thing.
So it was a very small wedding. Not a lot of people flew out, and there were no single women. So it was just me and one other guy were the only single people of that entire wedding. So no, getting laid was not my experience.
You guys didn't.
Go ruin the marriage, man.
I know, Dylan, are you down there? You're like, well, the single guy. There's three of you.
I mean, honestly, if I'm sitting there, I'm making that joke at least. It's like, well,
yeah. Not for the sake of being into it, but because you're lonely and you don't want to look back.
Yeah.
So,
And that's
down me and you.
Sure.
Yeah, I mean, Happy Pride Month, man. This is what I go back to saying and be like, all right, 1, 2, 3, top. That's what I do, and then that would be it. So,
honestly, I don't think I could handle him. Like he's a pretty big guy. So,
oh shit. Well, that doesn't always mean that you have to fight him on it, though. He may, big guys might be comfortable on the bottom.
Oh, fondant.
That's
Ew,
fair.
that's
He's
disgusting.
power bottom.
That's disgusting. Fondant.
And hopefully a good cake, but likely a sad dry cake. Stop the fondant ice cream, buttercream superiority. We had buttercream on ours. Thank you for pointing that out.
I just want to point out, I watched this show called With Love on Amazon, and one of the main episodes was these two dudes were getting married. And they're picking out their cake, and the husband, who was kind of the chill one, liked the fondant cake, and the more uptight one was like, fondant over my dead body. We're never having fondant. And the guy then the other homie was like, man, you know what? We're probably not gonna have enough seats with how many dead bodies of yours going around here. Because he kept saying over my dead body for a lot of stuff.
Right. No, so really
now
quick,
I gotta look this up. I don't even know. It's one of those. Ugh.
It was funny because I'm reading this and it's like hopefully a good cake, but likely a sad dry cake. And all I could think of was like the big dude that was going to be bottoming at the time. So I was sitting here thinking like, yeah, hopefully your one other single dude is like at least got some cheeks. And then I realized we were talking about wedding cake, and then I kind of had to bring it back to reality.
Yeah,
but
we're talking about actual cake. What is
bro? I mean, and maybe it's a sad dry cake, and I'm like, listen, I don't know. Do you prefer your cakes sad and dry, or do you prefer moist? That's a discussion. Not for this podcast, but it's a discussion for somebody.
You know what, Dylan?
Move this man!
You know what?
I wish we had a soundboard.
Hey, can I ask a question that makes me bad?
Yes.
What is that?
Please,
what
please
movie is
do.
that from? What movie is that from? I don't know the movie.
The Boo This Man?
Yeah, the Boo This Man. I've seen that a lot, but I don't know what movie it's from.
It's the same. It's the same one where Bob Saget said, "You ever suck?"
Oh, How High or High?
No.
But yeah, you gonna suck dick for pot? I used to suck dick for cocaine.
It's that one.
Half-baked.
Well, half-baked.
Half-baked.
Yeah. Now, How High is the one with Method Man and Redman.
Method Man and Redman.
They make it to Harvard because they smoked their friend and he, helped them ace the test.
Stuff, right? And then they have to but then they're killing it in all the chemistry and the biology stuff. Though.
Yeah, and then the guy and then the bicycle monitor stole their weed and smoked it all, and they were screwed. So they actually had to start doing work.
That movie is so fucking stupid, and I can tell you I've watched it at least a couple of times.
Right.
I watched it when I wasn't supposed to watch it. I was like 10.
Yeah, that's the same way. I definitely watched it as like
Never
a
been watching
young
it.
adult.
Yeah.
If you hadn't watched that movie, Ferris, you'd be married right now yourself. You'd have a normal life. You'd have a wedding, but instead you're like us.
Yes. Let go. They smoked their friend. So what happened was, here's what happened. His friend dies, right? And he then gets cremated. And then his homie, Method Man, then
I just remembered this. This is so dumb. I'm so glad you remember it to this.
So then he the ashes, and then they mix the ashes with the plant base that makes marijuana, and they crush it and crush it. Then he grows the marijuana with the ashes, and how the ashes were growing, the marijuana and the ashes mixed together, and it created this like magical weed.
Yeah.
That makes you smart enough to go to Harvard?
No, you smoke it, and then his homie Ivory comes back to life as a ghost, and Ivory already knows all the answers because he's with the homies that made the tests in heaven or hell or wherever he is. Probably heaven.
This movie is awesome.
This movie,
check it out.
You know what, Alan, as the director, I'm surprised you haven't seen this cinema flick.
I know.
This is how The Big Lebowski should. Quite honestly, yeah. Like I really feel like Method and Red watch The Big Lebowski, and they're like,
I have a question, guys. No, I have a question. I have a question for good weed movies, right?
All right.
So, is a good weed movie? Is a movie about weed, or a movie you can watch while high?
Yes, and I'll give you my definitive answer. I think my definitive answer to my favorite like stoner genre.
What's a stoner? Yeah, what's a stoner movie?
So stoner movie can either be a movie that you're like objectively find entertaining because you're very high and it's kind of like pretty dumb, and or it could be a movie that is incorporating weed as a main plot point, as a sense of comedy, and or like not full on drama. It can't be too serious, right? That's the asterisk. It's got to be not taking itself.
It has to be at least a dramedy.
At worst, it's a dramedy. At worst, it's that's about as serious as it gets. But I'll tell you right now, Super Troopers is my favorite weed movie. No questions asked. It's my favorite stoner comedy, and it is definitively a stoner comedy.
Could you call the first season of Narcos a weed series?
Too serious. Too serious.
Too serious?
In the first episode, a bunch of guys get murdered.
I
don't
know if that
would be Express is probably the peak of like the drama allowed in a
Pineapple Express.
Pineapple Express is like peak drama. Like that's as far as you can get.
Yeah.
You got killed by a Daewoo Lanos, motherfucker.
Yeah.
I've never seen Pineapple Express.
They run over someone with their.
I think stoner movies are generally geared towards stoner, so generally you can watch them high. I don't think necessarily movies that you watch high have to be about stoners. So I rewatched like all the Pixar movies from start to finish.
So those are stoner movies?
I think so. I mean, I appreciate Inside Out a lot more.
Yeah, that's probably fair.
Okay.
That's
the question.
Like usually I have to take a break from weed, and then when I start again, it's a little bit more like intense. And last time I watched Labyrinth, and that kind of scared me a little. It got a little scary at certain points, and I seriously was like, the Bog of Eternal Stench must really smell bad. I got into that, and it got my head. I was like, this is scary to me. Anyway.
So actually, man, there's a new study that this is the problem with weed. We haven't studied it enough because it's a Category 1 drug federally.
Yeah,
it's basically
registered.
Yeah. So it's
like heroin.
Yeah, it's like heroin or crack or cocaine, right? So we can't study it, but someone has a little bit, but not a lot, but a little bit. And it's found out that the weed can alter the brain chemistry and can create some type of psychosis in you. Like you can get a little messed up in the brain if you smoke too much. So like we need to learn more about that.
Yeah,
it's in the preliminary studies. It's still preliminary, but we need to learn more and what are like the proper ways of smoking weed because hey man, if people are saying like they're dealing with some psychosis or they're hearing voices in their heads due to prominent weed smoking, we need to know like is it just the organic bud where it's like you just grow the bud and that's it? Is that causing psychosis, or is it the weed that's being altered with something that's like either
the synth weed, right?
Yeah, not spice, not spice. Spice has definitely screwed people up.
Spice is definitely fucking you up.
Yeah, no, but I'm talking about there's people who grow weed and like lace it with like some fentanyl, or lace it with a little bit of crack or cocaine, or they use it some type of like other drugs with it. Like is that because like spice is fake? Wait.
Lego. As a matter of fact, yes, Freud was notoriously known for making sure that clients were trying cocaine as a source of therapy. Speaking of bad therapy,
if you didn't catch it, Dylan's a therapist.
Yeah.
Mentions it.
So Freud notoriously
he's a coke dealer. He's a coke dealer. Lego, just email him. He gets you some.
Not in Kentucky.
Not in Kentucky. No.
In California, I can probably find a hookup though.
Yeah, so so we need to do more research, man. More research is always the key, man.
Now they make that shit super powerful. Like weed in the past used to be like, yeah, it's okay, but now they engineer it, so it's just like.
Alan, Alan, you're just a smidge older than all three of us. I would say you're a better historian of weed over the past, let's say, 30 years. Is weed from the 90s anywhere close to weed nowadays?
I mean, I think it's close. It's the difference is swag. That's what we used to call it in the past. Yeah. Was that shitty weed that was bricked up, and it was like way old. By the time you got it and you unbricked it, it had dried out. It was shitty.
Right.
And then there's the good stuff, which I think they just said was chronic. You know, they'd use the term chronic, but it's definitely. I'm just saying. Lately, if I go to a dispensary, I get to know how powerful it is by percentage.
Yeah,
and that's different. And when you're like, oh, it's
now it's biochemistry.
This is 35%. It's basically going to make me a zombie after smoking that.
No, man, because they alter it like biowatts. Yeah. Like if you just grow it, like you get some
you get some natty weed, right?
Yeah, like like natural. Like you don't know what it like. We don't know what the natural percentage is. But then people start altering its chemistry. It's easy to alter. It's easy to like just go and like do some biochemistry, mixing together certain strains to make certain different type of plants. Like season 1 of Narcos, the weed is called Samsira. It's like seedless weed. There's no seeds.
Right.
So the guy who helped make it put he got rid of the male parts. And
this
only
stem cell shit. This is some Jurassic Park bro.
It was like this dude's like a biochemist, bro. He's a drug dealer, criminal, but he's smart as hell making this weed that doesn't it just took the good parts of both strains and mixed it together, and it didn't have to it was like its own organic thing. So the one drawback was it couldn't be grown with other stuff. You needed to keep it contained. But it was the best weed apparently in the world at that moment in the 80s, which was being grown in Sinaloa, Mexico.
What was the main guy's name? The in Narcos, the real guy? I forget his name.
Kiki Camarena.
Oh, I mean the main guy.
Escobar.
Escobar.
Yeah.
No, I was talking about Narcos Mexico. You're talking about Narcos.
Yeah. Oh, I'm back to Narcos, right? Guys.
Narcos, it was Pablo Escobar.
I'm just saying, like, Escobar is smoking a joint that entire show. There's like never a moment where he doesn't like bust out of jail.
Yeah. He smoked weed. He knew the rule. You never get high on your own supply. He never did coke. He only smoked weed.
Dinosaur weed.
That's some dino THC.
Some pterodactyl weed right there. Make you fly, bro.
If I was a dealer, I would definitely name every bit of my strains after dinosaurs just to keep people fucking tripping.
You want some of this T-Rex?
If you guys really want to know weed history, you got to go back to when you had to buy, there was no dispensary. It was all illegal. You had to call this fucking guy Corey, and he'd come over, he'd take your fucking money, and he'd disappear for like a week. Yeah. I'd call Corey every day like 5 fucking times. You disappeared, my man. And then, when he'd come back, he'd act like nothing was happening. He'd give me my weed, and there was no story. It was, or I think he'd say like, "Oh, I worked on a commercial and I had to go out of town. Sorry."
Yeah.
And I'm like, so the 58,000 messages I left on your phone, you didn't bother you at all. No. Anyway.
Yeah. Anyway, guys, that's gonna be our show.
That happened.
What's the point of the show?
This has been
Did I just end the show?
That's how we do it.
This is how we do it. Ferris asked what's the point of the show, and the point is that you should make sure to tune in next time.
Listen, we learned about Arab weddings. We learned about weed throughout the years. It's been a
we're an educational podcast, Karis. Ferris, that's all you need to know, brother.
Karis,
there you go.
Ferris, I know. I was looking at this kale salad again, and I thought
kale salad.
Yeah.
What the hell is wrong?
Or it was a fake beef. You tricked me. No weed, just kale salad is what.
Yeah, like the hell.
I was really upset about that kale salad.
Why would someone be a fake vegan? That's bullshit.
I know, right?
Vegans are fake. Period.
That's gonna be our show, guys. Make sure to tune in. Not next week, but
no. Can we talk about this? I want to say
probably the week after.
I want to say it's like everything that like they're like, no, I ain't gonna eat meat. I ain't gonna do this. I ain't gonna do that. But they make everything look like the stuff we're eating. Like they make everything like
Beyond Meat. We got Beyond Meat. So
yeah, and it looks like a burger. How about you just eat a burger?
Ferris, let me pitch this to you. Here's my pitch to you. What do you got going on in 3 weeks? 3 weeks.
What's that?
3 weeks. What's going on in 3 weeks for you, brother? Like, let's say July 7th. Maybe 8th, technically 8th.
He wants to know what you're inviting him to. That's the thing.
Yeah, here's what I'm
What's
inviting
going
you.
on?
Me and Nat are doing maybe a Twitch episode live on July 8th. This is our special announcements coming in. I'm flying all the way in to Arizona, not specifically Tucson. I actually am going to Phoenix. And we're going to be hanging out in person. If we stream it, I don't know. But
July 8th is a Saturday.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Why don't you guys do it on? Why don't you guys do it on like July 11th?
Because it doesn't
Please reschedule for Ferris. Guys,
ask less, Ferris. Ask.
No, I work Saturday, so I can't be on.
All right, Ferris. Well, anyway, that's our. All right. Well,
hang on.
Sorry, Ferris. You gotta work, man. I appreciate. I love you, brother. I hope
William Harrell's in Tucson. You're invited to come to. Leo, you're also invited. I don't know where you live. Danny, you're not invited. You're in New Jersey. You can stay there.
No, you're in New
Jersey. Anyway,
Jersey.
that's our show. See you next time.
See you next time.